Hello. Let me talk quickly about visualization available through Bundleverse. If you are, for example, to explain some other people the data sets they have logged, I found it useful to start with the time series first, which give you a big picture, integrated kind of summarizing everything that has happened during the course of the mission. And here, every plot represents one individual uh, uh, feature, one individual indicator. The horizontal axis represents time in days. The vertical axis represents the value of the indicator. And this one is a feel indicator, which shows the person's perception. How did he or she felt during the mission? Whether she felt okay, not okay, great, etc. And the range is from 0 to 100. 0 is represents the minimum value of data sets as we introduced into the design tables when we were preparing this mission. And 100 represents the maximum value for that indicator. So the data, this axis shows the normalized range for this indicator, varying from 0 to 100. The dashed line is the target value. So the person wanted to be 100% great all the time, but to feel great, but in fact his state was changing through time, probably as should be expected. This parameter we failed to log. We failed to realize it could be important, but then after some time we realized that it does matter and started to log it. Next time we start this mission for that person, we probably will start logging this parameter from the beginning. And plots shows what was happening with temperature, what was happening with precipitation, with the magnetic field. All these are parameters, those features or indicators that we have built into these design tables when we were preparing this mission. Let's have a look on correlations. Correlations tell us how one indicator is related to another indicator. What happens if one indicator goes up? What happens with another indicator? Whether it goes up as well, and then the correlation is positive. If we have one indicator going up, another indicator going down, then the correlation is negative. If all this change happen at random, then the correlation could be close to zero. And every plot here shows those indicators, those correlations for the indicators we have measured in this mission. Y-axis shows, for example, here the indicator feel, how did that person felt during the mission. And those bars, every bar represent the correlation between the indicator field and the indicator given by this bar. For example, one of the indicators here, one of the bars which stands out in the correlations is the indicator called it represents the indicator called sleep. And what does it tell us is that the more sleep this person had during the day or the course of the mission, the better this person felt himself or herself. Okay, that's a positive correlation which stands out from the range of other correlations, and all those small correlations, it could be just a noise because we have fairly short duration for those measurements, and you need to have at least 100 probably, or a couple of hundred better measurements in order to get reliable correlations. Every plot has also this big bar with 100 correlation, and this correlation is a correlation between the indicator with itself. So the indicator is fill, and it correlates with the indicator fill 100%, which is something to be expected, and it only shows that everything looks like works as it should be. There were no bugs, there were no typos in generating those plots. That feature shows the headache, and this headache we have negative correlation with sleep, which tells us that probably if that person didn't have enough sleep, he had headache, there is a negative correlation. The less sleep we have, the more headache we get, and perhaps because of those headaches, and sleep also correlates positively with the way this person feels. So it looks like all the data is self-consistent, and it looks like it's reasonable. The only problem with this data is, of course, that the duration of those data sets, we need much longer records in order to get reliable correlations. And the butterfly plot shows our targets in red. This person wanted to feel great 100% of time. The yellow colors here show these indicators averaged over the course of the mission. And what it says us is that about 68% of time this person felt great. And the blue color indicates the last entry. And that's it. That's all I wanted to tell you about visualization. Thank you for your time and take care.